we have a question which deals with the properties of both triangles and circles. We have a right triangle ABC with the sides 8 cm, 6 cm and 10 cm. It circumscribes a circle whose center is O and radius is R. Now we have to find the value for this radius. How do we do that? If we join OB and OC, you get the triangle OBC. And what do you notice? This place here, this angle here is 90 degrees. Why is that? At the point of contact, the radius and the tangent are perpendicular to one another. Then, what is the area of this triangle? It will be half into base, which is BC, into altitude, which is what? What is the altitude? It is R. But then BC is what? It is 6. So this whole thing becomes 3R. Now keep OB as it is and join OA. Again, construct the radius here. What do you see? At the point of contact, the radius and the tangent are perpendicular to one another. Then, what is the area of OAB? It is again half into base. But now the base is AB. So, AB into R. But what is AB? It is 8 cm, which means this whole thing becomes 4R. Now, what is the only area left in the whole triangle ABC? It is this triangle OAC. Now, what is its area? Again, consider an R. Then what will you see? It is half into base into altitude. But here your base is different. Your base is now 10 centimeter. So, this whole thing becomes what? 5R. But then, if you add all of these three triangles, then what do you get? You should get the whole triangle ABC. Add all of this, then what do you get? 12R. Now, sorry to interrupt our answering session. Before we proceed any further, let me just remind you of what an altitude is. Whenever we are dealing with the area of a triangle or a quadrilateral, we just throw around this word a lot. But let us first see what it actually means. Your altitude is a perpendicular line which joins the vertex of a triangle to its opposite side. And it is perpendicular to the opposite side. Now, this line here, AD is known as the altitude and BC is known as the base. An area of any triangle is equal to half into base into its corresponding altitude. Now, this same area can be written with the other two sides also as the base. But then, whenever you change the base, remember the altitude should be its corresponding altitude. So, if you take AC as the base, its altitude should start from B. So, remember when you change the base, according to it change the altitude also. Now, in the case of a right triangle, remember both of your shorter sides will not have any other altitude. Why is that? Here a vertex, here an opposite side, there it is perpendicular. So AB is the altitude of BC, BC is the altitude of AB. So if you want to find the area of a right triangle, all you have to do is, suppose this is A and this is B, all you have to do is half into AB, because if you take this as the base, this will be the altitude and vice versa. Now, before we return to our question, I will tell you this very interesting thing. This is a question which often gets asked. What is the difference between altitude and median? Your median is the line joining the vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. And a very interesting difference between altitude and median is that Altitude can lie outside of a triangle, but median can never lie outside of a triangle. This is a classic example. Take AB, this is our base. Then how will the altitude of AB look like? It should start from C. C is its opposite vertex. It should start from C and it should be perpendicular to AB. So what do you have to do? You have to actually extend this AB. Now this line CD is the altitude of the side AB, but you see it is lying outside of your triangle. But then look at the median, the midpoint of AB. You join the median to AB will have to lie inside the triangle. That's a very interesting difference, no? Now we'll go back to our question. What is the area of ABC? Instead of going into these minute details, if you look at the whole triangle ABC, what is its area? Its area is what? Half into base into altitude. Base is 6 centimeters. Altitude is 8 centimeters. So that means what? The whole thing is 24 centimeters. But then when you equate these two equations, what do you get? Now adding up the areas of 3 small triangles and equating it to the area of one big triangle, you get R is equal to 2 centimeters. That is the radius of our circle.